Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of Let's Automate, create a Linux privilege escalation script. And this time we're actually going to make it do a little bit more than we did last time, right? We kind of just got a bare bones system in our previous episode of figuring out what do we want to do, how do we want it to do it, and maybe even come up with something novel that might set it apart from other scripts out there, make it a little bit more user-friendly, a little easier or useful to those out there that might be using it. And you might say, you bring that up. Isn't this like a thing already? Isn't there already scripts that you can just download and use? And yes, the answer is yes. You're absolutely correct. There's really good ones out there, actually. I'm thinking of things like LinPs and what's the one? Linux Priv Checker. I think that one is the one I'm thinking of. Really good stuff. Actually, you go to GitHub and things like that, you'll see them all over the place because people write these things all the time. And you're thinking, oh, well, why do we need another one on top of the hill? Fair question. It's not so much for to add something better, even though I think, like I said, we have a novel idea that this is going to do that will probably separate it out from other privilege escalation type scripts. But it's going to help me learn something. And that's what I want to do. I want to build something and learn something at the same time, right? Everybody talks about, I like to do hands-on. I like doing things, and it really sinks in to my brain a whole lot better when I've got a context, right? I've done something. I did it for a reason. I went through the trials and tribulations of making it. I'm going to remember like, oh yeah, remember that weird edge case I ran into? That's the kind of stuff that you pick up and gain real experience with if you build stuff for yourself, right? Not just build stuff, but like practice with things. This really is a general idea that can be applied across different disciplines with inside of whatever it is you're doing. So if I'm wanting to learn more about a specific type of exploits, right? I'm gonna get in the guts of that. If I want to mess around with a Metasploit a little bit, right? I'm gonna have to get dirty and fiddle with it. And through that messing with it, like I've said before, like poke it with a stick and see what it does, I'll learn through that. And I might fail at it. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I've come to realize that failing isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's more of just a learning opportunity. It's how we take our failures and what we do with that dictates whether it was a good or a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. There's some definite bad failures out there, and we want to avoid that at all costs. But what we're doing right now, I can write a script and it cannot work, and I can go, oh, well, I failed, but man, I learned something. Now I got to go back in and figure out what's wrong, right? And then see if I can't fix that. And even if I don't, I've still learned something. So that's the important part of this, right? That's why this exercise. And plus, I want to be better at Python. So without further ado, we're going to get into this thing a little bit, and we are going to actually make it do a few things today so that it can actually have some function and usefulness to it. We might not get done, but we're gonna do our best and see what we can do. All right, we are back in Kali, right? Our lovely little Linux distro here for us good folks out there that like to do the hacky thing. So I'm gonna open a terminal. My friend Terminator, always there for me. And let's see here, get you a readable screen for you good folks, and then I'm gonna start mousepad for our script here, which is Linux privest.py. Throw an ampersand on there to background that process so I can keep my terminal. And there we go. So here's our script. Here's where we left off. Quick reminder, we're going to do some OS release and kernel info gathering, some root service check, some suid GUID app solution right there, which looks like fun, good times. That's really going to be our big coup de grace. We could throw some other things on there, but right now I just wanted to give it some functionality. We can play with it, make sure it's working, and move along down the road. But the only real things we did was we created a couple of functions, and then we called one function, which was the main function, because I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to go with some sort of recursive functionality. So instead of using loops, I can just say, hey, call this function, then call that function, and then go back to that function, that kind of thing. It makes it easier to kind of bounce around. I think I'll probably end up doing that just because it's a good learning experience. So and I like that kind of thing. And it's my script, and I don't owe anybody any explanations, right? I can do it the way I like, and then you can take it and you can change it and make it the way you like it, or build something completely similar but different, if that makes any sense. I guess similar in its output, but different in the way that it gets it, right? So we do not break the law of non-contradiction here in my show. That's right. A cannot be both A and not A at the same time and in the same sense. Remember that from your Philosophy 101 classes, right? All right. So let's start making this thing do something. It's been dormant long enough. First thing I'm going to do is import the OS function, library, I guess. I don't know what you call that in the Python world. But basically, it gives you all this ability to talk to the operating system. That's what I want to do. Whether or not I can remember exactly how to do that is another state of affairs. If I'm not mistaken, it's something like, so you create like a variable, right? So I'm going to put all this stuff in a variable, or I could probably do it straight from, because what I want to do is just run that the uname-a command, and I can even put that in there. So if I wanted to, comment that out and just say, this will run the uname-a Linux system command, or just like Linux, or just system command, or command, a little less typing, right? And that should give us back what we're looking for. So make sure to comment your code. It's always nice for all those out there that are trying to do this. And I think you can do something like os.p, is it popen or something like that? And then you tell it, uname-a, right? -a, bam. I think that will work. And then do I have to do exit in Python? Like exit like this when it's done? I don't remember. I do know that we do need to, because the only thing we do is go to the main, which we don't want to do. So, or we don't want to just do that. So I'm going to leave it that functional. So we'll call main first. So should print that out. And then I'll just have it go to os_kernel_check. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Oh yeah, don't forget that. Control S that. Let's see what that does. Python 3. And this will be Linux privilege escalation. Okay, it did not actually run that. So it said this is the main function, and then it jumped into the kernel check function. So that's good. All the functions are working so far, except for this didn't actually do anything. So it's a little Google time. I just, stuff that you just don't remember how to do from time to time. Let's do this. Do I need to print? Oh, we'll let Google figure it out for us. Go to a new desktop. Let's open up Firefox, and we'll see if the documentation for Python helps us out at all. Google, oh Google, help me if you would please, and thank you. If you could be so kind as to welcome to our show. Thank you so much, Google. All right, so we are going to be looking for Python system command Linux. Yeah, that looks good. So I like sticking with the docs because they're usually pretty good, but they're not jumping out at the top here, which is funny. So let's just go with the number 1 with how to run Linux system commands with Python. Oh, all right, seems like a reasonable topping or not topping, a title for this here thing. And let's see what we got here. Run Linux system command. What am I forgetting? What am I not doing? So they're doing subprocess. Well, I assume that. Using the OS module, os.system. That's what it is, not popen, blah. That's what's up. Why did I think popen? Because popen. All right, so import OS stream. So they both work. That's why, because I've done it this way before. So they just slapped all that in a variable, and then they've got this stream.readlines. So if you print the stream variable, you will see its return data. This consists of the actual commands executed, the mode, and the address. Furthermore, if you want to get the whole output as a string, change readlines to read. So stream.read. So that's all we need to do is add a variable and then call the variable. That seems reasonable enough. Let's try that. Or what? Well, I'm just going to go up here and real quick. Or os.system. os.system seems to be a better way to go. This 4-liner checks the current directory. Yeah, that seems like an easier fix, honestly. Let's keep it easy. Why do things the hard way? Just because I've done them before doesn't mean it's the right way now, right? os.system. Let's see what happens. I don't know if that exit actually works, but we'll see what's up. Saved it. Clear the screen. Let's run it again. Bam. And oh, look, it ran this time because I used the write command. And even though I was using technically a write command last time, I wasn't doing it correctly. So learning some new stuff. So os.system, burning that into my brain, os.system, which makes sense, honestly. I'm doing a system command for the operating system, os.system. I think I can remember that. So we see that we have the type of system it is, the host name, the kernel information, that it's a Debian based, even some information. So it's Debian 5.10.26-1, Kali2, right? Letting us know, I'm guessing that's what version of Kali that is. Could probably throw a couple of other things on there. And why not? We're here, right? Let's do that. Now that we've got OS system going crazy, os.system, we know that that's what's up. We can do, was it Etsy release? Let's see what's let's see, cat/etsy/release. No, what is that? OS released. Yeah, look at all that good stuff, right? So letting me know this is Kali, which version it's running, code name. It's a Debian system. I like this. I'm going to add this. So that's good. So it was os-system. So we just did a cat/etsy/os-system. I like a so. And now we've got a little more to that. And oh, isn't there Etsy issue as well? cat/etsy/issue. Yes, booyah. And you never know when that kind of stuff could be a little bit different or changed. The system administrators could modify that. So you want to grab from system everywhere you can. So this was Etsy issue. So cat/etsy/issue. And we can beautify this stuff later, kind of give it some more form over the function. But right now, it's all about function. Get the thing to work. And right now, guess what? Our script should do a few things. So let's try it out here. Python 3, and it is Linux X. Bam. So let's see here. Oh, I put OS system because I'm a fool. Huh. And that's why we do testing, right? Because it is issue, OS issue. No, right. Release. That's it. Try again. Remember how I think I talked about this in the previous episode. Very important for you to test whenever you make a change. Don't get too far down the rabbit hole before you test these things, right? Very important. We want to make sure. So let's clear. Try one more time. Hey, this is looking a whole lot better. I'm getting all the stuff I want. Bang, 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 bang. Good stuff. Okay. The thing does some stuff. Hey, we're doing things. It's wonderful. We like it. It's great. We'll probably want to come back in here a little bit later and do some printing of, hey, this is what this is. So when you're looking at the output, this is just kind of blobbing output at me, right? Like, oh, there's some output for you. Enjoy. It's not really easily digestible. So we're going to want to go back in and pretty that up. But right now it's fine. We just want it to work. And as we get functional with this, and maybe we go ahead and start on some of that. I'm gonna get rid of this exit, and I'm gonna have it go back to the main. So maybe that's a great place to start. So, we kind of do, we'll need to take in some information from the user. So you know, we'll have something like, we'll call it option, like, let's see, option, and it equals, what is it? Is it just input from the user? And then you can tell it, you know, please choose, let's see, we've got kernel check, root service check, suid GUID, and oh man, so I think to make it on multiple lines, this is where I think you do this, and then you do. I'm like, do I remember how to do this? I think this is it. I think you put like 3 quotes and then 3 quotes, and in between the 3 quotes, whatever you put will be like multi-lined. I think that's how this works. I might need a semicolon at the end of each line or something. Not remembering 100%. We might be back in Google here in just a moment, but hey, I like to try, fail, and go, I didn't do the thing, and now I can look it up. At least I gave it a whirl, right? So what I'll do is I'll do this. Ooh, no. Back over here. There you go. Just to kind of make this happen. I don't even know if I need that. Am I thinking of something else? Whatever. We'll give it a shot. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Well, you're going to love every last second of it, because what we're going to do is we're going to give it some options. So like 1 is going to be, we'll say the OS / kernel check. And then we'll do 2. I think I'm in the right space. I don't know if I'll have to, like, it might be, tabbing might be getting me. That's the one kind of weird, quirky thing about Python that can throw me off, is having to have the spaces correct and tabbed in at the right points. I don't always do that correctly, because sometimes it's confusing, right? Am I doing it right? I don't know. We'll see. OS kernel check, and then we'll say, what's the other one? Root service check. Root service check. And then 3 will be, what's the third one? Suid GUID. Suid / GUID check. Like so. And then I just have to come down here and do this. I think that's right. Control save. We're about to find out, aren't we? And then it should take that. So I should get a spot where it takes that. And what I'll do is I'll print, you know, you chose, and then you just put option. Oh, no. This is a string, and you got to do this fun stuff where you get this plus option. Like that. Bam. That looks good. And then it should run into the OS kernel check and run that. Bam. Control S that. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it works. Clear. I'm just up arrowing to get back. Ooh, it did the thing. It does the thing I like it to do. Now, will it tell me I chose the right one? So I'm going to use 1, and it does say right here, you chose 1, right? So that's good. Not pretty though. I need to put Bing like that, or I could do something like that. Give it a little more form. It's a really easy thing to do. We're already here. So save that change. And then what else did I not like about that? Was, you know what? A nice little prompt would probably be nice. So let's do that. And ding, and I'll give it, we'll do like LPC. We'll call it the LPC, the Linux priv checker, like that. And a little something to that effect. How's that look? Bam. Control S. Let's rerun it just to see if that little bit of form, we're already here. Doesn't hurt. Right? And then Bing. Next one. There we go. Okay, but it's still like, it's going below it. Why is it doing that? I'm guessing I got to put these things on the same line. So let's do that. Ooh, smacking my mic. Let's try this. Control S. See if that, I will actually put that right there, just to make my code a little more readable. All right, and then Control C out of this, clear, rerun. Oh yeah, yeah, that is looking good. That is looking real good. So now we have some options. I want to add a fourth option, which is exit, and then we can do that. Which let's say for exit, yeah, capitalized. Why not? I like it. Just kind of stands out. All right, so everything is looking really good now. Oh, let's go ahead and choose our option here. So I'm going to choose 1. Hit enter. You'll notice this you chose 1 thing looks a whole lot nicer, right? We're not keeping that. This was just a placeholder to test to make sure that it's actually figuring out what I'm doing. And then it jumps into OS kernel check. So now I need to do a little bit of if-then kind of option going on. I don't know if Python has case statements. I usually use, for bash, I'll use like a case statement here because it's just a little nicer way to do this, but I don't know how or if Python does case statements. You taste good, Baby Yoda. Or Grogu. I'm sorry. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's a really good thing, though. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So, let's see. Got to do some if. Got to do some if. So we can get rid of this print. Right there. I'm going to kind of like... What am I doing here? Let's just keep that. Okay. So this is where I'm like, if... I'm just going to pseudocode this really quickly. So if like option is equal to 1, you know, then I think it's something to that effect. I'm not sure if my syntax... I'm mildly close to what an if statement looks like in Python. I don't know if I need that. We'll see. But it's probably... You probably got to do a bit of this. Because I'm going to do some equivocation. If option, so whatever option, whatever I push, this is the main function. And yeah, I was going to say, you know, number. I think it's kind of intuitive that you use the number, choose the number of the thing you want to do. So I'm not going to fiddle with that too much. This is where I start getting like deep in my own brain, going, you know, you gotta explain everything to everyone. You know, people are smart; they'll figure it out. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but we're about to find out. We'll say print. You chose option, or just say option 1 like that. Bam. Nope. We gotta do that. There we go. All right, and then it's, is it else if or elif? Elif option equals, I don't know if I have to put this inside of anything, but we'll see. 2, bang, we'll say print. You chose option 2. And then, of course, one more. I'll get this scrolling up a little bit here. You know what I need to do is I need to do a bit of over scrolling. I got my laptop keyboard right there, so there we go. And then that way we can keep this up. Well, I guess I can't do that because I'm going to save it. It's going to go, what is this? Sorry. I just want to do things. All right, so let's put that option 3. So elif option equals 3. 3. Bing. Prints. Let's see here. Actually, I don't even need to do that. Well, yeah, I guess I want to test that. We'll just test if that works. If that works, then we come back and we put the function that we want to go to in there. If we get this far, I think it'll be a good stopping spot. So let's see if we can't make this work. We'll have some really good functionality going on with our script. It actually does a couple of things at this point. So, you know, I don't want to make these too long. I want to give you just enough, and I don't want to sit here forever because, you know, I've got a family. They're looking forward to seeing me. So I want to give them some of my time too, right? So let's do this. You chose option 3. Bang, bang. Now, one thing I do like to always do is give it an else statement. Like, if I choose something, oh, that's right, elif option. I have 4 options. Hello, option 4. Again, I have no idea if I'm doing this right, and you guys are like, you got a lot of faith in yourself. Hey, it's because it doesn't hurt anything to try and see if I can remember that, because that's what's going to really help me remember this stuff. Is if I got it right, I'll really trust myself that that's right next time. I'll just put exit in here. So exit, bam. So if you choose option 4, it should actually do an exit. Okay. And then an else. So this is the catch-all. This is the, if you make an error, if you choose something I'm not expecting, I'm expecting 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you choose, I totally messed up. Oh yeah, because I'm not saying you chose anything. I'm just exiting. I'm like, what have I done? No. Follow the bouncing ball, Daniel. You can do it. So else, and I'm just going to say print, you know, that is not a valid or invalid option. I'll just do that. Invalid option. And then I'll say, ooh, I guess I'll have to do it this way, because I want it to like stop you and let you know you've done something wrong and give you that knowledge. So I'm going to say, what do I need to do? I'm going to say, I'm going to call it error. Right, can I do that? Yeah. Or I'll call it bad option equals, right? Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Because if it does that, I just want it to print bad option and then go back to the main, start back over. This is recursive programming, right? So I want it to print bad option. I don't know how to make it pause other than to like try to take input from you. So I'll just say bad option equals, oh, yeah, no, that's right. Invalid option, bang, press enter to continue, like that. And period, yeah. Ding. So it's going to take that. I know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. I'm trying to get this done and finished up for you good folks. At least this part of it. I need to take input again, like that. And that should, once we hit enter, just take in that input. And then we will be able to, guess what? We're going to take this OS kernel check out, because that's not where we're going anymore. And I'm just going to take you back to the main, and it's going to start it back over. So really cool stuff. One thing I am going to do, because I don't want it to like eat up the screen, I'm going to go back to the top of the program, and the first thing I want it to do is not necessarily that print button, but that's fine, is we are going to do the os.system, and I'm going to clear the screen. Clear. I think that should be good, right? We do that and clear the screen, and then every time it regenerates, we'll have a nice clear screen to mess with. So every time we open the main function, it's going to clear the screen. Bang. All right, let's see if I actually made this work. I am ready for error heaven, because some of you are probably going, Daniel, oh my goodness, I don't know yet. I'm learning, right? Give me a break here. Let's clear the screen ourselves. Run our script. So yeah. Oh. Wow, that's where it bombed. It bombed because I forgot this. That means it got through these options and did not get upset about it, which means I might have actually done it correctly. Go me. Let's try again. Oh man. You chose option 1. It works. Hey, we did a thing. It does stuff, right? Cool. And then exit out, because that's all it does, and then it's done. Okay, which means I don't need this exit. It will just complete. So I'll take that out and save that. All right, make sure it does all the other options. Bang, you'll notice it cleared the screen. Give it option 2. It loved it. All right, do it again. Give it option 3. We're doing some unit testing here. Boom, this is fun. 4 should just exit, which it did. Excellent. And now let's give it something crazy. F. Invalid option, press enter to continue. And recursive functionality, yay, yay, yay. These are the kind of things I like. This makes me happy, right? Because my thing is now doing the thing I want it to do. And now I can go back over here into this option area, this if-else block, right? And I can change these prints to whatever function I want it to go to. So one is going to the OS kernel check, OS underscore kernel underscore check, bam, right? Take this out. It's going to be root underscore service underscore check. I think that's what we called it. There we go. Option 3 will take us to, what was it called again? Suid GUID check. So root service check, Suid GUID check. Gotcha. Suid underscore GUID bing underscore check. There we go. That should work. Control S. That's not what I wanted to do. Suid GUID underscore check. Now Control S. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And now watch this. This is where it gets really fun. We come here, and when we're done, we say, just like we did before, we can do just, we'll call it returning, or go to main. We'll call it go to main, like that. And what it will do is equals input, right? Just like we did before. Press any enter to continue, like so. Or I'll say to return to main function. Bing. Like that. And then you just tell it main. Bam. Cool. Now we can go here, kind of do the same thing, which is, man, now we're really getting into the good stuff, right? And I'm like, oh man, I'm on my way to making this thing actually like super functional. But you know, hey, here's what it is. What are we doing here? We are going to, is that what I wanted to do? No, we'll go back. Control Z, right? Yeah, bam. I'll print that. I don't mind. You know what I will do? I'm going to add some more clearing here, just like we did before. So os.system, bing, clear, and bam, bam, like that. Do the same here. os.system, clear. I'm feeling very Pythonic right now, like Python. Yeah, get it, Python. Let's see here. And right now it will just say that, and then we'll give it the go to main function as well, which I guess we could make a function. We'll call it go to main. Let me grab this part. I will cut that out. Cut. And here's what I'll do. I'll make that another function. Right? Because all it's going to do is, well, no, I guess I can't do that. That's fine. So Control Z my way out of that action. There we go. And I'm just going to copy and paste it here. And you're like, why not? Why not? Because then I have to go to another function. It's getting too convoluted. So I'll just do that. Press enter to go back to main. So that's good. There, we'll do the same thing here. Just copy this line so I don't have to type any of it. Copy. Bang, bang, paste. A friend of mine told me, if you find yourself copying, pasting code, that's usually when you create, you do that programmatically instead of redoing it over and over and over again. Again, right now, we just want it to work, and this we know works. We'll go down other rabbit holes as we go. So there we go, and now we just need to give it these main functions. Ding, ding, and ding, ding. Oh, I did not give this one the clear command, so we'll do that. os.system clear. Okay. Whoa. That got a little weird right there, didn't it? Hey, main. Control S. Okay. So if all goes according to plan, we're getting ready to test this and we're going to call it a day because I want this to go too long. And I think we've got some really good meat on the bone today for this script. So it looks like everything should work. The one that actually does something is our kernel check. So we should see that. We exit out of there. Let's run our script. Bang, I will go to 1, right? So it is doing it, right? It's got the information. It says OS kernel check function. We'll add some prettying up to that so it doesn't kind of blend into all this stuff, and we'll segregate all this stuff out later, but it does say press enter to return to the main function. We hit main. It takes us back to the main function. All right, 2, service check. We are in the root service check function. Press enter. Yes, we will. Oh man, things are looking good. Sudo good check function check, and bam, and 4. Oh, let's try something it doesn't expect. Nope, didn't like that. And 4. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a really good start to our script here of being able to choose the options and choose the things we want it to check for, get just that information, sift through it, parse through it right now, and then go back, choose something else. It's not just a big dump of information to our screen. We can kind of take it in bite-sized pieces, and that's the way I like it. So I'm really satisfied with what we got going on here. I'm really happy with myself that I remembered how to do if else kind of what do they call that, logical progression, or the logical where you tell it what to do and it does it. It can take information and learn, or not learn, but at least understand more than one thing. There's a term for it. It's escaping my head right now, but really cool, really cool. Next time when we work on this, we're going to have a little more fun with it, because we're going to finish doing root service check. We're going to do also the sudo GUID check, fill out all that information, and then we'll start working with GTFO bins and see if we can't scrape that page for the info that we're looking for, and then have our script actually attempt to do what it finds if it does find something like that. So there's going to be a lot more if statements and things of that nature. So super cool. Definitely join us for part 3 when that comes down the road. But as for right now, man, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.